Quality assurance itself is how you deal with the challenges. Your team is ready and that implemented certain digitalized things or gearing up your teams to combat any situation or may remain themselves prepared day to day. Every day is audit day. For me, every day is audit day. When we say that we are the leaders, so challenges also comes to the leaders as well. So, but it is not a challenge. It is escalation in the thinking of the people, in the technology of the manufacturing, testing, in every field of pharma which we have upgraded.
Welcome to the podcast. Today we have Dr. Souvik Nandi, who is a Senior General Manager of Corporate Quality Assurance at Themis Medicare Limited. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir, I see that you have done a PhD in industrial microbiology.
Right.
So, our audience would like to know how you started getting into microbiology. Was it by accident or was it something that happened very strategically?
Actually, see, when we started the microbiology in India, that time, I am talking of 1992-93. That time, microbiology subject was new to Indian education as a specialized subject for any graduate, any science graduate.
Absolutely.
That time it was very nascent, a new subject, and people are having craze for the microbiology. Now also it is having, but now the study of microbiology is diversified into various specialized areas like biotechnology, industrial microbiology, medical microbiology, and other various forms of biotechnology depending upon the kind of sectors, pharma sectors. And if you see, in every, maybe food, maybe cosmetics, maybe pharma, maybe vaccines, everywhere this microbiology is prevalent and there. So, but when we started with a general microbiology in graduations. Later on, it becomes specialized to one particular in when we go for a post graduation for that. And later on, in PhD, I have pursued into industrial microbiology and work is on single cell proteins, which is my work on how to get the single cell proteins developed from petroleum wastes. That is a total form of a different subject which I have been working with. I have worked from NEERI, National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, CSIR, from Nagpur, and it was very, and it really it was a very exciting journey, which we have been passing through all this. And when came into pharma, the microbiology is playing the role in each and every part of my career. Is a part.
So, sir, when you started the microbiology world, so pharma was already established or was it just blooming at that time?
See, when I was about to pass the my post graduations in microbiology and was foraying into PhD to pursue my PhD, that time pharma was very in a flourishing mode. It was the start of the pharma era, right? I can trace back to some 1984. The pharma boom started in India, and when I was passing out my post graduation, that time pharma was established, and it was one of the area career which everybody like is looking into. So, and microbiology became a part of the pharma, heart and soul of the pharma, I can say. So, in that way, we are already associated with pharma.
So, you were saying about the experience in your single cell protein journey. Could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's a really novel. That time, it is a new concept from Anand Chakravarti. I will Dr. Anand Chakravarti, who is currently no more, late Anand Chakravarti, who's actually in seas there was because the oil tankers, the oil spills are there into the sea oceans, and which is creating a very threat to oceanic flora and fauna.
Yeah.
And it is very difficult in an ocean to remove those oil, that is crude oil tankers, by maybe accident or by anything which happens which causes the spill. Now, to remove those oil spills, he is the person who started using alkali treated sawdusts with certain bacteria which takes this oil as a carbon source, and it grows, and it forms a mishell like the, and this mishell is removed from the ocean by very easy method rather than removing the oil from the surface of the, and it creates a barrier between the flora and fauna and the outside oxygen, so flora and fauna is getting impacted, and all those things when the problems come to it. Now my job is replace bacteria with yeasts, because if you know, the yeast are the greatest source of amino acid lysine.
Yes.
So this single cell protein concept that time was on at a broom stage. So my job is replacing that bacteria with lysine, this lysine rich yeast, few species which I have isolated from these oily sludges only, and try to grow it on a solid state fermentation, not liquid state. Solid state means oil sludges will be there. Oil sludges means oil wastes which we get generate daily on tons and tons basis from the refineries, oil refineries, and that yeast which we grow on the this on oily sludges waste, they take the carbon from the oily sludges, grows, and it can be used as a feed and fodder for these chickens, and it increases the that is the mass, that is the what we say the chicken body mass, muscles and
Okay.
all those things. So it acts as a growth of the chicken, and also in the fodder for the milk production, because lysine is a very important amino acid.
Absolutely.
So the use of waste for creating a best, that is the concept.
So, if looking back, how differently would you have tackled the same problem, sir, with so much of evolution that has taken place in the same field?
Now see, currently I will like to quote a thing that AI is giving us every
Yeah,
solutions. At that point of time there was no AI, and we have to make trial and error, because growing a micro on a waste, and such a toxic waste, because oily sludges are highly toxic, the crude oil sludges are very toxic, so it is a challenge for us to, and we have to make several combinations of how to grow these organisms on the, and also after growth how to extract those organisms, purify them, washing them, and then using it into the feed and fodder. And what are the, after taking those feed and fodder, what is the impact of those feed and fodder on the animals, study is very challenging. So now I think it is more easy, because using these digitalized methods and the other things have become very simpler. Lot of information is available at a click of a button.
that is
That
true.
time we have to do only to the literature survey or something, going to the libraries, to various institutes, like that we have to gather the
Absolutely,
information.
I can imagine. Sir, so how did you start your pharma journey?
Pharma journey, actually I started in 2001 from Morpen Laboratories, where I was simply as a microbiologist to pharma. See, the microbiology, basic microbiology is same. Maybe it is in industry, maybe for a petroleum industry, or maybe for a pharma industry, or a cosmetic industry. The concept of micro is same, base concept. Now, few tests and few parameters, few uh, analysis, the method of analysis may be little bit different, but the media we use, the micro we use, they are almost more of the same in the pharma sector. So as a microbiologist, it has become for me easier to
Absolutely.
understand the AI. But in our courses which we have in our post graduation, graduation, a little bit of all these applications of micro in pharma sector has already been there, so it has
And
become easy.
how was your introduction into the quality assurance?
Okay,
Did that happen
so
accidentally or?
It is not an accident because first I was started from my QC, quality
Quality
control.
control.
So when I was working in quality control and understanding the process, first is to work in a QA, you should understand the quality control, the analytical part of the and the process of the your product for which you are analyzing. So if these two things, the process, how the manufacturing process and the analysis process, if you are very means convenient, then it became easy to be an quality assurance person to give the decision, because QA is overall assuring the product which is being released into the market for human consumption.
True.
So your analytical knowledge and your manufacturing knowledge both will helping you and assist you to become a quality assurance person in a more smoother way and more efficient way.
So when did you realize that that you have reached that stage where you're able to manage both the departments?
Still I am learning.
Of course.
Still I am learning, and now see, it is working in several pharma sectors in several doses form. So it is an experience which has been gained through years, and still I am a learner at this stage as well, and I will be learning because now the pharma sector has gone a transient change from a totally paper to paperless, as you know, digitalized.
True.
Now lab 5.0 is into the place, and I am working on currently in my organization. I am trying to implement this completely from paper to paperless in every departments, so that it becomes smoother, easier during our audits. For the regulators, it become easy to inspect us. For us, it is become easy to day operation, and all the regulation and the strict regulation which has been imposed nowadays. As we know, the India we have implemented revised Schedule M and various international regulatory agencies which are now being revising there. It is very easy to maintain, a very efficiently maintain. So I think this change is making a lot of impact to the pharmaceutical industry, and I am in my current organization, I am trying to implement the same. That is my effort is now.
So how do you prepare your team when it comes to auditing? Is there any certain strategy that you plan, and especially when it comes to surprise visit or
Yeah,
surprise inspections?
see, for unannounced audits or surprise audits, if your team is ready and they are doing it, as I told, that implemented certain digitalized things, or gearing up your teams effectively as a leader to combat any situation, or may remain themselves prepared day to day. Every day is audit day for me, every day is audit day. Then unannounced audit is nothing surprise for us. We are ready every time, anytime you come inspect us, we are ready. But it depends upon the team leader to how he make the strategy, how he makes the roadmap to make each and every people in the organization aware to be contemporaneously and proactively ready for the things, and they should take the responsibility of each and everything they do in the department. So job response awareness of the job responsibilities, to make them aware for each level of people or employees working in your along with the colleagues, which we call colleagues, is very important for a leader.
So, what challenges do you see when it comes to quality assurance, and how has that changed when you started working to what is happening currently?
See, quality assurance itself is how you deal with the challenges, first of all.
Absolutely.
And every day, every moment is a challenge, but that challenge is gives you some learning. As a time, it is also creating an excitement to learn more and more. Two things at a time going on parallelly. But now, if you see the scenario of evolving and volatility of our everyday escalation of the guidelines, the changes in the regulations, and the expectations of the authority and the market competitiveness. So everything has to be managed, taken care, and the team, again I come to the, as my previous the team awareness and readiness to combat any kind of emergencies or any kind of I can say hurdle which comes into the way, to how to combat, how to solve proactively within the guidelines, and what is the possible I can say what is the new developments in the market, to be being in parallel with what is happening in the market. So all these things has to be taken care by a quality assurance leader. If that is well trained, if the people and the colleagues are well trained, then I don't think it is a challenge, it is a rather an exciting journey.
Absolutely, sir. So, when it comes to challenges, we have Indian pharma, we have pharma globally. How much of upgradation do you see in terms of Indian pharma over the last 2 decades, probably? And how has that impacted the quality assurance?
See, I can it's a nice question. I can say with now with proud that India pharma has reached globally, and we are the pharma leaders of the world. We can say proud without any. If you see, next to China is India, which is exporting the maximum amount of finished formulation. We are leaders in finished formulation in the world, and also in a few decades by our honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, the concept of Make in India, we will be the again be the leader in API as well, because lot of API has done. Now, being as we say, when we say that we are the leaders, so challenges also comes to the leaders as well. So but it is not a challenge, it is a escalation in the thinking of the people, in the technology of the manufacturing, testing, in every field of pharma which we have upgraded. We can say we are the world which are using digital now in every phase of pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing, and release to the world. So it has a completely 360-degree shift from previous, and in a very few span. And we in the pharmaceutical ministry, I thank I thank the all the leaders. I thank the events like like few other also informal markets like that, people who has been conducting, who are continuously sweating blood to upgrade the people by creating such a good events, so that a small any people working in pharma industry at any level, they can come and get updated with the current requirements. So it is a really thankful job done by every I can say the segments of pharmaceutical, maybe a event manager or a pharmaceutical industry, pharmaceutical ministry. So they are helping us to grow to a really world level. And no, that's why I in that initially I told that we are proud to say that we are the finished formulation leaders of the world.
Sir, on that note, when we speak about global pharma, which top 3 countries do we think that we should actually collaborate, which would be more beneficial?
See, now you know, I will proud to say that recently we have signed a MOU with few countries. I am forgetting at this moment the few countries which where IP became official. So if you say there are 2 to 3 countries previously, now 5 to 6 countries where IPs became official, and in the coming days we are likely to be one of the peaks nation of the world. So in that context, so we are really means proud that we are evolving abruptly in a very faster space in pharmaceutical field.
Thank you, sir. So,
Thank
for
you.
any newcomers who are getting introduced into quality assurance, uh, given the current time, what all would be the suggestions and advice that you would actually give?
For the newcomers, I will like to tell them one thing: understand your process, understand your molecule, what they are manufacturing at their manufacturing, maybe API, maybe finished formulation, whatever. That understanding is very important. The challenges and the thing associated with those molecules, and how to upgrade your system, be in a digital way. I'm talking of digital as we are now celebrating lab 5.0. Previously it was 4.0, now it is 5.0. And be out from the fear of, I will say that when I was just few days back giving in I was giving panel discussions on lab 4.0 and 5.0. Lab 4.0, when it came, the people were in a fear that they will lose the jobs, but it is not the so. It is lab 5.0 has completely turned around this concept, that these digitalization is helping the mankind in upgrading and thinking in a much better way. Their support, they are not taking the jobs. So don't take digital as taking up the jobs. Try to understand, upgrade your skills, understanding your molecule, understanding your product, what we are manufacturing. It will be a really, really more exciting journey day by day, and you will feel the escalations in business, in your self growth also, and excitement journey by using the digitalization
I guess there's
today.
never a full stop for learning. Keep evolving is something that would.
Yes, there is no full stop
And how
actually.
about events like Analytical India, sir? How much it helps in understanding the industry, the innovations that are happening?
I will tell, I thank from the bottom of my heart to all the events, including Analytical Lab, who are, as I told earlier, these people are helping us immensely in upgrading our knowledge, not only of a particular molecule, but you see the knowledge about the equipments, knowledge about the digitalization, knowledge about the other environmental things which are helping in the manufacturing and the upgradation. We, in a single platform, if a person comes to attend such kind of events, they will get appraised with all the latest development. And really, such events are helping nowadays. That is the transformation. You are asking what is the
Yes.
transformation from that. That is the transformation, and these such events is helping India to making it self-reliant and being a leader in the world.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Thank you
so much
very
for
much.
being in the
Thank
podcast.
you.